this just in. The Toronto Blue Jays have landed their man. George Springer has signed with the Toronto Blue Jays.
It's pending a physical. It's pending a physical.
Pending a physical, but the Toronto Blue Jays have made the headways of the night. We are finally, he has signed somewhere, possibly.
You and I were doing a little bit of talking earlier. We were doing a production meeting earlier for our show on Thursday, and we both kept like clicking the Twitter feed, like, "Yo, what's going on? Is something going to happen?" And we both had a feeling that something was going to happen. Springer was going to sign, and it was actually, we were talking about that, and I mean, it hasn't been official. But you can pretty much say, the dude's going to sign with the Toronto Blue Jays. It's always said with people that, they will sign pending a physical.
Right.
I don't see anything wrong with Springer. I'm shocked that the Blue Jays landed him with the fact that the Mets were in on him and he wanted to be closer to Connecticut. But I think it might have also depended on where the Buffalo Blue Jays or the Dundon Blue Jays, because they're not playing Toronto.
No. And, a lot of the talk was the Mets. New owner, Steve Cohen, Uncle Steve, he was going to go out and try to land the big free agent, but the Toronto Blue Jays have always been in the mix. And lo and behold, tonight they have signed, or actually they're in the works, 6 years, $150 million is probably what terms the contract are going to be. But man, I am excited to finally get George Springer to talk about where he is finally going. I'm excited right now.
I'm pretty excited too. I'm usually never up this late at night. It's, I'm up at 4:30 in the morning. So being up at 11 o'clock at night, getting up here and talking about some baseball news, it had to be worth getting my ass out of bed.
Yeah, absolutely. Man.
So my question is this: I know that Alderson wanted. Was it? I know Alderson and Cohen were kind of going back and forth, on whether they wanted Springer or Bauer. And what my question now is that because the Blue Jays end up with Springer, does that mean that the Mets are going to now look at Jackie Bradley Jr. and then probably, go and get Bauer?
There was a lot of talk earlier this week and even late last week that the Mets were possibly looking at the Jackie Bradley Jr. because he was the cheaper option. He can still field and defend, and that might lead into the possibility of them signing Bauer, which would make sense. You go out and get, the second best center fielder that's out there, and then go out and sign, the top pitcher of this free agency. So it would make sense for Steve Cohen, Sandy Alderson, and the Mets to go out and go that route. So maybe we might see, Bauer on the move soon.
We need to get something done. I'm just glad that we got something. Like one of the, this is now the first free agent who had received a qualifying offer that has signed with another team.
It took way too long, honestly. I think
I was reading something earlier, that this has been a boring off season.
It really is.
I don't know what the Houston Astros are doing. We all know that the Astros are your team, but man, is it like slow and dead over here in Boston? It's been slow in New York until just recently. They signed DJ LeMahieu and Kluber. We'll also be talking about that on our next episode.
Right.
And we're going to be talking about Springer because that's going to be a hot stove and a hot take and whatnot. And we always do that in our news section. So, I mean, Springer finally, we got some Springer news, and it isn't Jerry.
Exactly. So picture this for a minute. You have a lineup that's got George Springer, Kevin Biggio, Bo Bichette, Vladimir Guerrero Jr. That's just to name a few.
Now, here's the other question. Now, I believe they had, was it Bo Bichette as their leadoff guy?
I have to go back and look because I'm not sure. I thought he was kind of either the second or third in the lineup.
All right. So, I mean, do you have Springer just slot up right up there at the first as the number one as the leadoff guy, or do you know?
If I were the Blue Jays, I would put Springer at the top of the lineup batting first because that's where he's the most comfortable. He's productive. So
yeah, if they're gonna have to do him as leadoff. I mean, yep. Here it comes through. Here it is. Free agent outfielder agrees with Blue Jays. So it's official. It's official.
It is official.
Dude, did we just do this?
I think we did.
I think we did.
I think we. Oh, it's phenomenal, man. It's awesome. You know, given everything that's gone on with the offseason, how slow it's been, we've been waiting for something like this to break so we can come out and get the news out to the listeners as quick as we can. And it's, I'm excited. I'm happy for George Springer. You know, the fan base there in Toronto, you know what you're getting in this guy. He's going to be productive at the top of that lineup. When you get to the postseason, he's going to produce for you. He's done it every year that they've been in the postseason with the Astros. So I am extremely happy for George Springer. I'm extremely happy for the organization there in Toronto. Hopefully everything will open up so the fans there can actually go out and see him play at the Rogers Center. I think it's going to play great into his strengths.
The Rogers Center, man, they ain't touching the Rogers Center next year. They're going to be playing in Buffalo.
You know what? He's going to thrive in Buffalo. That's for sure. But I'm just happy for George Springer. I'm happy that he's finally off the market, that he goes and gets the big contract that he was looking for. The Blue Jays, we have been expecting them to kind of make a splash. It's kind of been a teaser all off season. And man, I'm glad we were able to get this out.
So I am looking at the Ken Rosenthal tweet right now. And, you know, you got some people that are, you know, talking smack and whatnot. And then I come across this one. And I don't know about you, but I'm a huge wrestling fan. And the Iron Sheik commented, "Excellent." I'm surprised he didn't say anything about jabroni or whatever. Oh, my God.
And you know,
this was perfect.
It really was. I mean, and also, too, the Blue Jays went out and signed Kirby Yates earlier today.
Yeah, but nobody's going to give a damn about Kirby Yates tomorrow.
But I think George Springer overshadows that signing.
We weren't going to do this a very long episode anyways. This was just going to be like, hey, we had a breaking news. We literally found out and we both like called each other. It was like, dude, let's get on. Let's get on this.
Exactly. So if you look real quick, I don't know if you can see that or not, but George Springer is now in a Blue Jays uniform. So congratulations to George Springer. Terms of the deal look like around 6 years, 125 to 150 million. So congratulations to him. Congratulations to the Toronto Blue Jays. You got yourself a top flight leadoff hitter. And
that is so weird to say.
He will be a staple there. Yep, exactly. I think we're going to have to get a Blue Jays Springer jersey here pretty soon.
Yeah, I think I might actually get one.
So
I got a Vladdy one, but I'm going to have to get a Springer one. So congratulations to the Blue Jays and their fans. What we'll do from now on is if there's like a big qualifying offer free agent out there that gets signed to a certain team, depending on time, because this ain't going to happen every night. No. I'm not going to get my ass up at 11 o'clock at night and be like, let's. But it's definitely worth it. I thought it was fun. So, here's our YouTube video for the week.
Hey, we're going to do a YouTube exclusive, and this is the YouTube exclusive right here.
Absolutely. Anybody who's watched this or seen this on our Facebook, Twitter, YouTube page, check us out on Thursday nights, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. We're going to be doing a lot of cool stuff this year. We've got Terry Cushman coming on Thursday. We're going to be talking about the Boston Red Sox and the state of the team this week. That's Thursday. Next week, we're going to be talking to, I believe it's Brian Smith. We're going to be talking about the Chicago Cubs. And then we got some interesting people coming on next month. We're filling out our calendars. So we're going to be talking about your team. If we haven't talked about your team, hit us up. Let us know who your team is, who you'd like us to reach out to, and we'll get on it. And we'll get somebody on here and we'll talk, your team.
Absolutely. But be sure to tune in just this Thursday as we talk about the Boston Red Sox. So, but breaking news: George Springer is a Toronto Blue Jay. So, congratulations to him. Congratulations to the Blue Jays and the organization. It's been an exciting night in the wide world of baseball. So, that's gonna do it for us, guys. Have a good night. Uh-oh, did something else happen?
Jose Quintana.
So hold on.
To the Angels.
Okay, so Angels added some pitching depth.
Yep.
Yeah.
Not Springer breaking news, but we got some.
Yeah.
All right, man.
All right.
I will see you Thursday. Everybody else, I will see you on Thursday as well. Have a great night.
Thanks, guys.